Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another unboxing video, and it's another look at the career of Jack Bruce. And this is Halfway to the Stars Recordings 2001 to 2003. Let's have a look inside the box. So this is a look at Jack Bruce, Halfway to the Stars, the recordings 2001 to 2003 from Esoteric Recordings. Esoteric are doing a wonderful job in documenting the career of Jack Bruce. And this is yet another one. So inside the box, this is sorry, I forgot to show you that, didn't I? There are 4 CDs covering Shadows in the Air, More Than Jack God, Live at the Milky Way Parts 1 and 2, and a Blu-ray. So I'm going to come to the booklet last of all. And the first album is Shadows in the Air. So these CDs are basically got the track listings on the back. This is from July 2001. This is when obviously albums were really pushing the length of the CD. So there's 15 tracks on here, and the set list, because these cover versions with Eric Clapton helping out as well, is fantastic. Covers everything West Bruce and Lane to Cream, etc. That's the first one. Then we have More Jack Than God. This is from 2003. This also had some, interesting revisits to his past as well. Then CDs 3 and 4 is Live at the Chukoland Express. So this is from 2010. And then Live at the Canterbury Fayre is Disc 5, which is a Blu-ray disc, which is from 2002, which is also a great track listing as well. So the booklet gives you the rundown of the albums and the credits. So you've got people like Eric Clapton, Dr. John, Gary Moore, Vernon Reid, absolutely fantastic list of musicians on both albums, really. Vernon Reid is on both albums. He's also on the live stuff as well. Fantastic guitarist. And then we have the essay by Paul Sexton, which gives a nice overview of this part of Bruce's career. Some nice pictures as well. Some live pictures in the centre spread. And the essay continues, pictures of the band. Talks about how special the band was, with Vernon on guitar. And then we've just come up with Paul Sexton there giving an outline of the period in itself. And on the back are the credits, conceived, coordinated by Mark Powell and Vicky Powell for Esoteric Recordings, remastered by Ben Wiseman, Broad Lake Studios in Hertfordshire. This compilation 2026. So if you're a Jack Bruce fan, this is superb, but I'll give you a rundown what I think now. So that's Halfway to the Stars by Jack Bruce, Esoteric Recordings. I love Jack Bruce's music, and I've reviewed quite a bit of Jack Bruce's stuff on the channel, on the obviously YouTube channel where you're watching this, and also on the website. And I think Esoteric Recordings are doing a really fantastic job in keeping, this material live and in circulation. This is a different design. It's a clamshell box, as you just saw. So it's different to the Harmony Rose set. But these were, and also Songs for the Tailor, and also the BBC stuff, broadcast sessions. However, the fact is that this is still an important part of Jack's career, and it's great that it's been put together like this. I'm not that familiar with this area, and I hope that Esoteric dive into different parts of the later 70s and early 80s stuff as well for Jack. The albums here, I'm not going to go on for too long, but I just wanted to talk about them really. Shadows in the Air, because these are long albums. This is the early 2000s, isn't it? So this is when an album, everyone felt that the album had got to be about 60 minutes long, whereas now modern albums are about 35 minutes, like vinyl again, isn't it? But this is the CD age. So we're talking about an hour of music, and More Jack Than God was also an hour of music. The two live, it's one live double really, but the two live discs are stunning. The quality here is amazing. absolutely fantastic. And the Live at the Canterbury Fayre Blu-ray is also brilliant. Fantastic performances from the entire band. And there's also a couple of little interludes interview where Jack talks about the fact that how he never used to like to do cream material, but he realized that being an entertainer, you do sometimes need to play something that people know. But the quality of the visuals here is fantastic. The band and these two albums, More Jack Than God and this one, I think the focus, if you look on Amazon, is people always talk about Shadows in the Air as being the better album. But as I listened to this set, it was the second album that really meant the most to me, really. Now, the first one, I thought it would be this one because what I like about it is it covers different parts of Jack's career in the song material that's been chosen, but also got original stuff as well. But the band is Eric Clapton. And what would you think Eric would play on? Yes, he plays on Sunshine of Your Love and also White Room. Dr. John, Gary Moore, plays stunning guitar on Heartquake and Dark Heart. Vernon Reid plays guitar, and Vernon Reid's guitar playing on the Blu-ray is just off the wall. It's just stunning, right? He's a guitarist that can play as many notes as you want him to play, but he can also really pull back as well. It's absolutely amazing. Now, both of these albums have a very Latin, South American feel to them. There's a kind of Santana-esque feel to them. So lots of percussion, and so that's the feel to them. And I really like this. So the opening song, Out Into the Fields, is a Wes Bruce and Lang song, and it's done in this kind of Latin feel, and it takes on a totally different direction, really. We've got 52nd Street, Heartquake, This Anger's a Liar. As I say, we've got White Room and Sunshine of Love, because it's got this Latin, South American feel. It's a very different type of song. The second album, More Jack Than God, is the one that I really connected to more. There's a track on here called, if I've got this right, I think I have, called Milonga, which is, Jack says on the Blu-ray, it's a song that is very emotional to him, and he finds it quite hard to sing without breaking up a bit. And I think that's what I like about this set. This is a set of music when Jack was approaching being, well, in fact, he is 60 years of age on the DVD. But there's a version of I Feel Free on here. There's a version of Politician. There's some really sparse arrangements, again, very Latin, but the bass playing and Jack's vocals are it's just amazing. If you've bought any of the Jack Bruce box sets, and what I'm trying to say is that Jack Bruce, I think, was so important to contemporary music, jazz, rock, jazz fusion, that even though the albums didn't sell by the bucket load, you couldn't imagine Jack Bruce not having a record deal. There's something, he just commanded that kind of attention, that he was a master of what he did. You know, that he plays fantastic, he's a great piano player, fantastic composer, you know, he's a jazzer, he loves that kind of stuff. He's a rock singer, an amazing guy. And he's sadly missed. I think he passed away when he was in 71. But there was so much Jack Bruce music to discover and explore. But these sets really keep his memory alive. And I really enjoyed this. It's lots of music, and Vernon Reid's guitar playing, great stuff. And I love the Latin feel as well. So that is out now on Esoteric. Well worth it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor. Please subscribe. And if you want to help support Now Spinning Magazine, if you become a patron, you'll get access to our private community on WhatsApp and also on Facebook. And also we have our own meetup, our own virtual pub called the Now Spinning Arms, which meets up twice a month via Zoom. We've got our own shop now on the website at nowspinning.co.uk, and that's in partnership with Burning Shed. Some great stuff on there, some wonderful interviews coming up, so please check out the podcast as well. Take care, all of you. Keep spinning those discs, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon.